What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to our via GM mode with your Detroit Red Wings and NHL Legacy Edition. This could be the final episode. If you haven't watched the last two, I said we have to make it to at least the second round to be able to save my job. We made the playoffs, which was step number one. Now we got to get past the Leafs, which shouldn't be too hard because, they're the Leafs since the first round. That's what they do. But it is a video game, so you never know. So let's go into the coaching here. Let's view the lines for the NHL, and let's see what the Leafs actually look like here. What are we going up against? So, Van Riemsdyk with Kadri and Lupul. Bodker, who we tried to get, didn't really work, with Bozak and Nathan Horton. The right side's looking kind of weak. Nick Spalling, Freddie Gauthier, Sean Matthias, Brendan Leipsic, Peter Holland, and Dmitry Timoshov. It's kind of weak. Their middle's not bad. E75, E6, and 80. I don't mind that. They're really weak on the right. The left side's not too bad. I like JVR, I like Bodker. Even Spall in there is not bad. He's more defensive. But yeah, Lupul's a good sniper, but he's old and kind of dropping off. Nathan Horton too. It's not really offensive. So we'll see on that one. Defense, Morgan Riley, 92 overall, offensive defenseman. He drives their offense. He's amazing in this game. Dion Phaneuf, 86. Martin Brinson at 85. Matt Finn up to 84. Stuart Percy at 84. And Jake Gardner at 84. It's a pretty good defense core. And then in net, Jonathan Bernier at 86. And James Reimer at 83. So Bernier went up to 86. That's annoying. So that sucks. And if you look at our tandem here, we have Zach McKelly at 85, Kakinen in 83, so they do beat us by one. Offense, we have Tatar, Hansel, and Voracek, or we have the 90s, so we beat them there. Shahan, Placanitz, and Nyquist, Rupert, Zetterberg, and Watson, so they definitely beat us for our depth. Nystrom with Spezza and McFarland. Defense, Giordano, Carlson, Hamhuis, Fram, which we actually want to check his stats. Straight and Borowicki. And yeah, so they beat us on defense because they have Morgan Riley. I think we beat them for top-end offense, but they have like a little bit more depth than we do. So I'm going to go lines here. So I actually want to check out how he's doing on this line. So I put him there because he had 87 passing. He's got a good shot. 19 games played, 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points, -5. Doesn't take a lot of shots, though. 19 shots. Oh, 19 shots and... Excuse me, 19 games. All right, so let's get into the first game here. So we are obviously the away team here. Leafs beat us in the standings by 1. So let's go. Sim game. 1, 2, 3, and go. Game 1 in Toronto against the Toronto Maple Leafs, round number 1. They are beating us in shots again. We're not a very super high shooting team for some reason. All right, second period. First one was uneventful. Nathan Horton, because I said he isn't offensive. Scores the first goal on Zach McKelly. Mikhail Bodker, halfway through the second, it puts Toronto up 2-0. Come on, guys. 19-12 are the shots going into third period. Power play goal by Bodker. We're down 3-0. And I doubt we're coming back from this. Martin Hands on the power play gets us on the board halfway through the third. Come on, we need 2 quick ones. 2 quick ones. It's not going to happen. 34-22. Yep. Empty netter for Freddie Gauthier. And yep, that's it. We lose 4-1. Well, that's okay. So first game, they are the higher seed. Not surprised they are there. They are at home. Getting 1 goal sucks. That's okay. Game 2. That's okay. They're in trouble until you lose at home, right? Game 2. Here we go. And Toronto scores pretty quickly. JVR on the power play. I'm not surprised he probably tipped it in. Oh, slap shot. That's very uncharacteristic of him. He's a tip machine, if I remember correctly. Shots for once. Oh, no. 16. Yeah, there's a little bit of glitchiness sometimes. Mikhail Bodker puts him up 2-0 again. We got in the board earlier this time. Riley Shahan, 2-1. And we're going into the third period, down 2-1. Shots are pretty close for once. All right, going. Nothing. 7-6. Tyler Bozak gives them a 3-1 lead, and that is it. 2 goals for so far. That's not good. We gotta make a change. So we're gonna go up to this next game, see if anybody gets hurt. No one did. Let's make up a line change here. Clearly, something's not working. Okay, so we're gonna do best lines and see what it does. Put Spezza back up on the top line, which is interesting. Zetterberg down on the 4th line. I mean, that may be useful. Add a little bit more defense. His offensive awareness has dropped a lot. His passing has dropped a lot. Yeah, he's really, really dropping off. So that's okay. Hansel on the 3rd line is a choice, though. I don't know why he's doing that. His offensive awareness and passing is not as high as Placanitz, I guess. His passing's higher. That's why. Well, we'll go with it. We'll see what happens. Defense, it looks like it put Fram down a line. Again, yeah, there's a little bit of glitchiness sometimes. That's why it looks like this with the D's. Don't worry about it. Let's see. That's what the best lines is. Let's see what it does against the Leafs. 6 times. Let's go. Come on, guys. All right, we're off to a better start with shots, at least. Tom Vance, yes, gets us on the board. Jonathan Bernier, our first lead of the series. They're out shooting us massively. Sometimes, yeah, the numbers are a little weird. Sometimes it's hard to tell how many shots on goal we actually have. Sean Matthias ties the game up halfway through the second period. 1-1. Shots are pretty even. 21-18, 21-20. There we go. 15 minutes left. Come on, guys. We're out shooting them for once. Third period. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Overtime. Oh my God, not overtime. Come on, guys. Get us a goal. Get us a goal. Nathan Horton on the power play. Who took the penalty in overtime? Sons of bitches. All right, what we got? Down 3-0. Again, we only scored 1 goal. All right, I'm going to go through the lines. I'm going to change them the way I want them to be changed. And then I'll come back to you to show you what the lineup is. Give me a second. All right, so this is my lineup I have. It may be a little weird to you, but in Nyquist with Buchanan and Voracek, Shahan, Hansel, and Tatar, McFarland, Spezza with Watson, and then Nystrom, Zetterberg, and Rupert, more defensive 4th line. Giordano, Carlson, Hamhuis, Fram, Straight, and Redmond. Power play, Voracek with Hansel and Tatar, Carlson and Giordano, and Nyquist with Buchanan and Spezza, because Spezza is a decent shooter. He shoots a lot. With Fram and Hamhuis. I know Fram here is kind of weird, but of the defensemen we have, he's our 4th best offensively. So, and obviously we're going with Ficali as our starter, who's not doing bad. He's got a .919 save percentage in these playoffs so far. It's not Ficali's fault. Not his fault. So, game 4. We're down 3-0. This could be the final game of this playthrough. We lose this round, the series is over, and we move to NHL 24. Which, by the way, if you want to be part of, again, leave a comment below with the name you want in the game and the position, and I'll add you as a prospect to the team that I pick. So that way you can be a part of the game. Let's go. Sim game. Yeah, I don't care about the minors. 1, 2, 3, and 1 over. Here we go. Can we survive and do a reverse sweep? Joffrey Lupul on the power play. Gets them up 1-0. Shots are pretty even going into the second period. Nathan Horton, who I made fun of, has scored like 3 or 4 goals on us. Martin Hansel, though, gets us on the power play. We're only down by 1. Halfway through the second. Timashov on the 4th line. Come on, guys. Come on. We're down by 2. Going into the third period. No, it's over. Dion Phaneuf on the top pairing. Nick Spalling. Oh, we're just shitting the bed. We deserve to lose. Oh my God. 6-1. What is this? This is not the Leafs of present. Zetterberg on the 3rd line gets us a 2nd goal, but way too late. And that is it. The Detroit Red Wings, under pressure, needing to score, get 2 goals and give up 6. The worst game of the series. Oof, my line sucked then. And the Detroit Red Wings get swept by the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm not even going to bother going through the stats. It doesn't matter. We failed. Horrible season. We made the playoffs in year number 1 and then not since. And even then, we lost in the first round. So 4 seasons. This is only your second time making the playoffs. Both of them we lost in the first round. Not good enough. If you look at our contract situation now going forward, we're going to lose a lot. So our goaltending is really young. We're fine for goaltending. Defense, 35, 36. These guys are 3-star. They're going to start dropping probably soon. Carlson's fine. But yeah, we have 2 here. I wouldn't be surprised if Ham Hughes retires. Wouldn't be surprised. He's UFA. Yeah, that's not good. Forwards, 29 is fine. 28 is fine. 32. 36, a 38 there, a 35 here. Another 36 in Enstrom. It's an old team. Some of our stars are still pretty good. We have terrible center depth, really. This team needs a ton of work. That's really disappointing. It really is. We never did get to use our prospects. We do have some good ones in the system here. Montgomery, not so much. 73 or 21. It's kind of not really growing. We haven't even signed him yet. It's probably hurting him a little bit because he's not playing in the minors, but man. So that is it. That is the end of this one. It was I know it's very frustrating probably to watch because I was sticking to my rules about trades. It made it impossible to turn over this team to make it better. For whatever reason, nobody was available for trade, and there was barely anybody available in free agency that was actually good, that we would want. Goaltending was available, but we couldn't make the cap space work or the roster space work. They didn't want anything we wanted. Like, I could have picked up Anderson, solidified our goaltending from the start, or even, I think Carlson was even available from Anaheim at one point, but they didn't want any goalies from us. They didn't want any picks. So coming up with the trade value required was super hard, and I didn't have a way of replacing that either. If I traded one of our better wingers for it, okay, fine, but then who am I replacing that winger with, right? There was no centers available ever, not until this very last trade deadline. It wasn't until after I already traded away stuff. But if I hadn't traded for the centers I did, we probably wouldn't have made the playoffs. So, like, when I did it, it's one of those things. So, unfortunately, failed. I failed. You can say I made some bad decisions. Yeah, I didn't like the centers we had. The roster makeup wasn't exactly how I would normally like it, for sure. If we actually look at the team here really quickly, I'm not a big fan of 2A forwards, and our entire second line's 2A forwards at the moment, and one of our third line, and one of our fourth line. That's too many for me. I don't like 2As. I prefer snipers, playmakers, power forwards, grinders, actual roles. I don't like 2As. Defense, 2A, 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 defenseman. I don't like that. I like offensive defensemen. I like defensive defensemen. I would redo this greatly if I could. Goaltending, Vucali worked out really well for us. Other than that last game. So 0-3. I don't know why he's 0-3. 88 save percentage. He was a 919 going into that last game. So that's kind of a shame. Kakinen worked out pretty well for us considering. The Subban trade was kind of a flop. Unfortunately, I should have traded for Vasilevsky to start with. 13 games, 916 with a 261 goals against average. 1 game in the playoffs. Got a shutout though. 6 goals, 6 shots, 6 saves. He'll probably be a really good backup in the future for us if we had another season, but we will not. I'm assuming Fucali is probably actually going to jump up to like 87, 88. So he actually had a decent year. But we'll never know. Thank you guys so much for watching. So it's going to be a little bit of a break before the next season starts. So I do want to wait and see how many people will comment. So I can add, because I can't add players after I start the save file. So I want to wait a couple days at least. Give people time to comment on this video if they want. And then I can add them to the roster and then start our GM mode there. You'll find out in the next video. We'll be at NHL 24 and who our team will be. I like to do back and forth. So since I just played in the East, we're going to go to a Western Conference team. Since we just picked a team, we're trying to make the playoffs every year. It'll most likely be a rebuild. I'm much better at rebuilds than I am keeping a team in the playoffs, honestly. So I think it'll be fun. There'll be a lot of trades, there'll be a lot of signings. There'll be some bad years to start. So these years may go a little quicker. We'll see. Again, I'm pretty inexperienced with the whole coaching system. Like I said, 24 is the newest one I have, and I haven't really played it too much. The newer generation, the menus are just frustratingly slow sometimes and laggy, and it drives me insane. So we'll see how it happens. So thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll catch you all in the next one.